What's going on, y'all? This is the Battle Blaster coming back at you. Um, I thought that I just should say what I gotta say, and hopefully it comes out right. Now, I don't have cable anymore, and I don't watch TV, but I do read, and I do try to catch stuff as it's coming on the news when I'm at work in the morning. I watched as the American Music Awards went on. I believe it was last night or something like that. There were black contestant runner-ups, but something that I ain't gonna say we've always dominated, because we didn't. We dominated during the 80s, some of the 70s, but never that much. But it was always somebody getting an award black, no matter what. I watched as other cultures won last night. Even some from overseas won. This is what I was talking about a long time ago when I said that we're being replaced. See, black people, we are being replaced. We're not only being replaced by other cultures, we're being replaced by blacks from overseas, like in England and all that. That's why when you look at the actors and actresses, you got a lot of them who are British just coming over here and they're making money. That's fine. I'm not against that. But, black actors can't even get jobs because they get the foreign actors over here, and they're going to foreign blacks to come over and they're making money. Everybody can make money. That's all good. And that's all fine. But, they don't want to feed us. See, America got a lot of hatred towards the black American. The so-called black American. I hate using that name. But the blacks here in America. That's the best way for me to put it. The blacks here in America. Now, people going to sit up there and say, well, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj won. Well, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj had already told you what they weren't. And they weren't black. Cardi B is a Puerto Rican. And Nicki Minaj, I think she's some type of islander or some type of Spanish islander or some shit. But the point is, these are the same ones that act ratchet, niggerish, and want to sleep with black men and have black babies. Do you understand me? You know what I mean? These are the same motherfuckers who feel like if we come up in the black, area of entertainment, we can make it. These are the same people who will sit down and tell you they ain't black. Cardi B already told you she ain't black. But we got a lot of these little young girls who look up to that trash. Who look up to the trash of Amber Rose. Who look up to the trash of Nicki Minaj. You know what I mean? Who look up to the trash, or who looked it up to the trash of Little Kim and Foxy Brown. You know what I mean? They give us trash to look at. Why their people be like nightingales. At one time, our people were like nightingales. You had your Patti LaBelle's, your Aretha Franklin's, you know what I mean, your Gladys Knights. You had your Diana Rosses. When rap came out, then you had your Salt and Peppers, your Queen Latifah. These was women who were pushing the envelope, but at the same point, it was a good push of the envelope because they was trying to go with girl power type deal. Black women could do it just as well as a black man, but you know what? We just want to share the spotlight with our brothers. That's what that was about. Then it became more sexual as time went on. See, when you talk about stupid stuff and ignorant shit, you can get more money. And when you become more ignorant in your music and dumbing down the masses in the process, they pay you for it. And not only you're paid for, you're rewarded also through your fandom, because you help them dumb down the group of people who listen to you. A lot of people who listen to Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and Foxy Brown, all them type of women like that, them Little Kims and all that. These are the women who are dumbed down and stupid, and they never want to know anything. You want to be around with your Trinas. I'm the baddest bitch. Come on, for real? But that's not either here and there. And I'm not blaming the women on this, but I'm blaming the industry. And not only I'm blaming the industry, but I do blame some of it on the ladies who portrayed that. Instead of them saying, well, look, when they're on some type of radio show or they're in a magazine, well, that's just an act. They don't sit down and tell you it's an act. Hell, look at Eve. Eve running around here talking about she was the toughest pit bull in the skirt or something like that. And now she's all somebody said the same thing. She's all British. She married some guy who live over in England. She's more like the in-house fuck girl nanny, I give up pussy and suck dick, and in the process I take care of somebody else's kids, not mine. Black women, oh my God, I can't say nothing on this one. And then you got the brothers, you know what I mean, from fight the power and we got our own thing, Airbnb and Rakim busting out what's that, Father Leader, and Rakim said, he had one called Lyrics of Fury. This brother used to drop some mad ass science. You know what I mean? He would put some shit on a lot of these rappers' asses, including the one so-called y'all love so much, that damn Eminem, that fake ass motherfucker y'all give so much credit to. Y'all need to stop giving credit to people like him and these other motherfuckers who ain't us, and start giving our own people credit. Because you gotta understand, I watched one day, this is years ago, I remember these Spanish brothers was like, it wasn't Fat Joe, it was Punish. What was his name? Big Pun? The Big Pun. Oh, Big Pun better, man. He better than Fat Joe, but Joe got some lyrics, and then when they said, one of the guys said, well, I forgot who they talked about. It was some black rapper at the time. I think it was Biggie at the time. And he's like, oh, no, man, Biggie couldn't touch him. You got to understand, these people ride for their own. But we're the only people who sit here, we ride for everybody else. I guess we feel like if we ride for you just to show we support you. No, fuck that. This is a fucking war. And the war is on. The war's been on. We so busy propping up other people who ain't us. You go out and look in our neighborhoods. Everything is ran by Spanish. With the motherfucker Kuwait, the Iraqi motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I hate to call them that. But you got everybody, the Asians, you got the Indian, everybody is running the show except us, even in our communities, especially in our communities. Everybody's running the fucking show instead of us. We are the only people who if we did make a store for ourselves, we don't go down and support ourselves. We don't support our own people. You could have a Five Below in your neighborhood, and it could be black people owning it. And everything is Five Below. But the first thing they say to you is this: oh, well, you know what? This too much money. I can go to the real Five Below and get it for Five Below. Bitch, everything is $5 and below. It's the same bullshit. You go to Five Below, you're getting the same shit. Because it's you being a black man or black woman. They're not going to go in there and they're going to pass you by. You can have your own T-Mobile or your own Metro or your own Apple store. And they will go to the white man's Apple store because they feel like it's a better deal. I'm going to tell you, I've been to 3 Metro PCSs. I've been to, and 2 of them were Spanish, 1 was Korean. I got more deals, I think, from the Spanish people than I got from the Koreans. The Koreans, they're straight up they'll hold back. And it'll be like probably a rebate on the phone. They won't even let you get the rebate because they'll take the rebate and use it for themselves. The Spanish people, certain Spanish people, I'm only going to say that because I've been cheated out of it once. But the one Spanish person, one place I went to that I like to go to, they will give you a rebate. You know what I mean? If you got a $100 rebate coming back, they're going to make sure you got everything you need to get your $100 rebate. The Asian people, they ain't doing that. They taking that $100 and your money. The Point is, man, what I'm saying is we should be taking care of ourselves. We don't take care of ourselves. Two reasons. Well, I ain't gonna say two reasons. It's more than two reasons. But let's get with one. One, we're not taught how to respect one another. That's one. We don't know how to come up and say, hey, I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry, sister. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, man. We don't know how to say excuse me to each other. We don't know how to talk to each other no more. Because we have been conditioned to be hard-headed, rough, and ignorant towards ourselves, as well as some of the other people out there. Because I see when they tell them to get out the store and they cuss them Spanish brothers out, and these be like young teenagers or guys my age or half my age, whatever. That's the truth, and I watch it. But like I said, that's one, and another one is it's the schools don't talk about economics. When I was a little boy, they had a math book, and in the back of the math book, you had a punch outs, and if you don't know what a punch out is a sheet. It's like a cardboard like sheet, and it's a punch out of nickels, dimes, and pennies, and you get like probably about 5 or 6 quarters or 10 quarters, 20 nickels, anything that made up to like $2 or something, whatever it was. I forgot how it went, but I think it was like $2 in quarters. I think it was like $2 in nickels, $2 in dimes, and $2 in pennies, or something like that. It was crazy. And then you had 10 ones, 10 fives, 10 20s, 10 50s, and 10 $100 bills. And what you do is, they give you all this stuff. So when it was time for you to learn how to be able to count money and be able to know how much you're supposed to get back and all that stuff, that's all they taught you, was how to exchange your money in and how much you're supposed to get back. They didn't talk financially. That's the only financial portion of business that they taught us, was basically being consumers. When you go to the store, you give a person $10. If you bought something for 50 cents, if you had $10 and you bought something for 50 cents, you should get $9.50 back. Show me how much $9.50 is. All right, pull out $9.50. I'm gonna give you $10, and you're gonna give me $9.50 back. That's the only thing they taught us. They didn't teach us, all right, this is what you have to do. This is what you need to do. This is how you conduct business. Not only do you conduct business this way, but you want to build a business. They don't teach us this, and our parents didn't teach us this. My father tried to teach me this, and that's why I have small businesses today. You know what I mean? But I want to go deeper into it, but I don't have the money. I have to get out of the what I'm trying to say to you. I have to get out of the job I'm in now, so I can go into something bigger where I can make more money, so I can make my own business. Right now, I'm still crawling and not walking. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing about it. And like I said, I have a business where I build guitars as well, and that business is not really taking off. And I think I'm gonna shut it down after this year. I think I'm gonna make my last few guitars, and after next year, whatever I sell this year, next year, whatever, that's it. I do make great guitars, but the thing is, when I deal with black people, I had one gentleman who called me up, oh, I want you to make me a white, guitar, this white guitar that Prince played in Purple Rain. He wanted me to make that. I made it, took a picture of it, sent it to him, it's done. All right, I ain't got the money, but this guy he would go everywhere. He would do everything. He would go places and do things. But you ain't got money to pay for a guitar that you order. And what I should have did was took a $500 down payment, but that was me being nice. I did that to another guy way before him, and this guy didn't come to me until like almost 3-4 years later after Prince. Once Prince died, he started becoming more popular with his tours for like the Prince cover bands and stuff like that. and he bought it. Then he tried to shit on me. He wrote a real bad review on me. The guy first, this is the funny thing of what he did. When I told him it's going to take me 2 to 3 months to build the guitar that he wanted it right then and there. I need it next week. I said, dude, that's a tall order. I don't have the bodies made. I gotta make them from scratch. It's gonna take about 2 to 3 months to make this thing. Oh man, look, I'll pay for it. Just make me. I said, well, look, I'm gonna have to get a body. I might as well I said, I'm gonna buy a body, a lefty, because he was left-handed. And I said, I'll put it together. Instead of me asking for money, which I should have asked, but I'm being nice to this guy because he's black. He shitted on me. And then when, he got the guitar, he got it for lesser, for what I put it together for. And he still wasn't happy. He gave me a real bad review. He was mad with me and all this. I said, dude, you know what? The guitar sounds great. It's you. So I was like, fuck you. I'm not, fuck you. And I just told him, kiss my ass, I'm done. This other guy, he did me the same way, didn't put no money down on it. I told him, don't worry about it, I trust him. Because me and him kept in touch for 3 years on what he wanted me to do. And he never, then one day he's like, could you build it for me? I told him it would take me about 3 to 4 months to build it. It took me 6 months due to the people who were cutting out the wood for me and gluing the body to the wood. Took them 5 months just to do what they needed to do. If I had my own woodwork shop or my own equipment, I could have did everything in 3 days. It doesn't take that long to make a body and a guitar. But that was my mistake, and that was my last mistake, and that was the last time I dealt with those guys. I might buy wood from them, but I don't ask them to cut nothing, because I understand that their business is their business. But if it take you 10 minutes, which it only takes about 5 to 6 minutes to cut something out of a block of wood. Just to cut out a block of wood takes, no lie, about less than 5 minutes. And if you gotta cut it down, like make it like instead of the width being wide, you want to make it a little bit narrower or whatever, then that takes about another 2 minutes. And then turn around, you gotta put a bevel edge or something on it. The bevel edge might take you another 3 minutes to do both sides. So you're talking about 15 to 20 minutes doing everything around that. And then, when you're ready to glue it up, you got to cut this, cut that. And then you glue everything together, cut the tip off, and you give it back to me. And then from there, I do the rest. But that's what this is what I'm dealing with. So I say I'm not going to build any more guitars. I'm not doing this no more. It takes me a while to once I get everything once I get everything cut out of the guitar and everything routed out, then I have to sand it down and get it ready for paint, which is sanding, scuffing, priming, and then I got sand, and then I got to scuff, and then after I do that, I got to probably shoot little spots here and there, and then go over it, and then after that, once I go over that, probably another couple of days doing that, it's ready for paint. Now I got to get time to get somebody to put it through the paint shop for me, and they can paint it for me, and I pay them for painting it, and then I turn around, I put it together, and ship it off to you. So it's like I said, 2 to 3 months is perfect for me. Because I like to hold on to the guitar. Once it's together, I like to hold on to it for at least about 2 weeks. I want to make sure everything settles correctly. I want to make sure to get everything's playing right. Nothing is flicking and flanking and, you know what I mean, or phasing in and out. But that's just me. But like I said, I'm getting off the story. But anyway, we're not taught finances. We're not taught how to really go out and make our own businesses, or what we need to do to get our own business. We're not taught credit, which is a part of finance. We're not taught those things. And a lot of parents put cable and phones in their children's name, and they fuck their children's name up before their kids get even old enough to have credit. Their parents' credit's fucked up, you know what I mean? And now everybody in the family got fucked up credit because mama went and used your name and your social security number to put phones in that she couldn't afford. Or to put the cable in your name because she fucked it up in hers, you know? But like I said, it's a lot of shit. But the point is, what I'm trying to say to you people, to my people out here, these people last night or whatever night it was, like I said, I looked at the news this morning, and everybody who was on there, all the nominees, some of the nominees were black, but most of the nominees were white or Spanish or Asian. And these people are getting these awards and these accolades. I'm not mad at that because it's really awarding nothing. But they're doing our music and getting these awards and these accolades. And when I look at our people out there, they celebrate Cardi B. They celebrate Nicki Minaj. They celebrate Justin Timberlake. They celebrate these other artists that are not black. We've been bamboozled, hoodwinked, took. And I watch as, no offense to Bruno Mars is bringing funk back to the forefront. Okay? And I admire what Tariq Nasheed is doing. Even though, no offense, Tariq, your music is... Alright, let's play this. I'm not going to do this. This is what I'm going to say. At least Tariq is putting it out there. That's all I got to say. I'm going to keep my mouth closed and say this. At least Tariq is putting his music out there. He's put his brand of funk and rock music out there. You know, his R&B piece in. So go ahead on. Get your piece in, Tariq. Do your thing, brother. I support you. You know what I'm saying? So I support you no matter what. I think you're better. Okay? And I want you to know that. I think you're better. Okay? Like I said, don't get me wrong. Bruno got some funk with his stuff. But Tariq, I think you're better. Okay? With that being said, that's me being on code with my man. Dig? So, if you can dig it, baby, we good. But the thing is, we are being shut out of industries that look at a few years ago, the Oscars So White. It was black people who were doing a lot of stuff, but we were getting nominated, but we were getting like thrown off because they had white people on there. Some of them didn't even, a lot of them don't even know how to act. They got the same. Who's that guy? That all his Kevin Costner kind of dude. Kevin Costner is the same type of guy. He can't even act. He start off with a British accent. I am Robin Hood. I am the Prince of Thieves, and it comes out, I'm Robin Hood. Like what the hell? It's like Carrie Fisher in Star Wars. You don't understand. We are a diplomatic commission. You know, they speaking as British, and all of a sudden she went back. Get out of my way, you Wookie. I'm like, what the fuck? Bitch, did you just have British accent? Now you fucking went to American? You are a terrible actress. And I like Carrie Fisher. Especially when she was young. Just give her to me in that slave Leia outfit. But I was a little boy, so that's a little fantasy. So it still lives within me. So forgive me, sisters, if you're listening to this. But that's neither here nor there. But do you understand what I'm saying? These individuals, we can play, when we play slave pictures and shit like that, and roles of like that shows us in such servient roles. Don't you know these individuals will give us an award for that? Or we get honorable mention or something? The slave master, he'll get more of a fucking award probably than we would. But usually sometimes we'll get just that. If we do those roles, a lot of times we get awards for that. Look at Monique. She got an award for Precious a fucking dysfunctional fucking black woman who was a mother. A dysfunctional motherfucking mother. Halle Berry got a monster ball. She got an Academy Award for screwing Billy Bob Thornton, letting him knock her off in reality, not fantasy, on film. Okay? Tiffany Haddish is ghetto and loud and sister girl and niggerish as she want to be, and they'll give her an award for that. Look at Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is a Sambo, a little pint-sized Sambo. He's just a little ragdog Negro until they get tired of him. Him and Tiffany Haddish got like a shelf life of probably 4 to 5 years, and trust me, it might be sooner than that. But check it out, within 4 or 5 years, if we're still living on this earth and we're not blown up, they will be yesterday's bullshit. And there'll be a new Negro of the month doing the Negro soft shoe shuffle. You understand me? But like I said, let me get back to what I'm really was facing, what I'm really going to. We are black people. We are being pushed out through music, television, radio, any type of media. And also we're being pushed out of our neighborhoods. Look at California. Certain parts of LA, East LA was like the main squeeze of Latin people. You know what I mean? Now they're coming into South Los Angeles, South Central, what's that? Like the West Side, the North Side, and the East Side. They're coming through because it's really screwed up and it's deep down there. I got family down there, and they talking about how it is down there. And they said at one time it was all black. Now that they gentrifying up around there, they say a lot of like Mexicans who have lawn businesses are coming in that area, and they're making it very, very tough to live in the area that they've been living in there for 30, 40 years. Like I said, and guess who is funding this? Your government. The same people you give your income tax money to. These are the people who's funding this stuff. Don't believe me? Look it up. These people say, you know what? It's over. It's time for us to cut these Negroids' heads off and shove it straight up their asses. And that's what they're trying to do to us now. They're making us obsolete. When I seen they got this Asian, I don't even know the name, it's something town, whatever the fuck it is. Jaime Town or whatever the fuck they call this up, tinfoil hat town. You know, they all like this boy band type thing, but they got this niggerish, excuse my expression, I don't need to say that. They got a black hip hop beat to their shit. And they trying to be all cool and shit like that. You know, this just so fucking generic. You know, and I've always said this. We need, see, when they see back in the day, they took music out of the schools. And in the process of taking music out of the schools, it stunned the growth of children who wanted to do music. But there's other children who still doing music. Because what? They have access to musical instruments. So they're doing it, but you have some kids out there that don't have access to it. So, like I said, as we go along in this world, we're being slowly pulled away. We're being slowly erased. Not pulled away, we're being slowly erased. And guess what? Pretty soon, like I said, they ain't got no use for us no more. So pretty soon they're gonna make their next big squash. You know, they're gonna try to squash us down. And I'm always gonna say this word, and I say this now. If and only if they can take us and kill us off right now, all black people off the face of this earth today, who will be next? Because these people, they don't have not a peaceful bone in their body. They have to have a Negro of the month, the Negro of the month. And Puerto Ricans, y'all will be next. They will show you, you might have Spaniard blood, but you ain't white. You're still a threat because you can have dark-skinned children no matter what. All right, y'all, this is the Battle Blaster. I'm going to say peace. Hopefully I got everything out, but if I didn't, I'll make a part 2. All right? Peace.